Todd Anderson, with a blend of raw talent and poise, quickly becoming a player to watch this season. It's the Los Angeles Angels and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. Back now in Toronto. And on the hill here today, Todd Anderson. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays.
He really needs to start making more contact, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
And that drops in for a strike. Anderson, he isn't really known as a starting pitcher that's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable, he just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well. He's got such great stuff. You just don't know from start to start whether it's a potential no-hitter or it's a guy that's only going to give you 3 or 4 innings.
Man at first, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite. But for the most part, with that kind of stuff, you expect him to get to the middle of the ball game.
What does he need to do in order to get deeper into the game?
Well, I'd say it's command of the secondary pitches, because when you're talking about turning over the order a second and third time and hitters are getting looks, you've got to be able to put a wrinkle on something, change speeds, and locate it enough so that they offer at it.
That's a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Ultimately, you want them to swing and chase a pitch that teases the zone and ends outside the zone. But so far, he hasn't been able to do that consistently. Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
That one the other way. He hauls it in. 2 away. Dives for the bag. Got him. Double play. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Clement getting to start at the hot corner, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2017. Swing and a foul straight back. Out to short. Neto Sends it across to first. That's one out, the bottom of the second.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Davis.
Now it's the DH, Davis Schneider. Fastball for a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Fouled off down the right side. No score here in the second. Swings and chases a low one there. Ohapi collects, fires to first.
Batting seventh, the 17th.
I feel like that's one of those rules in baseball that's tough to explain the logic behind if you're talking to a new fan or someone trying to learn the game. It's like, wait, what? The batter struck out, but he still gets to be on first base?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird one. Plus, the pitcher gets credit for the strikeout. It's an over for the batter. But, of course, no out is actually recorded. Kind of one of those, just trust me, let's move on situations. Hit on the ground might be two. Off balance feed, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
The pitcher, the kid, Bethencourt.
So up next for Toronto, Christian Bethencourt.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one. Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
1-0.
Varsho leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one fouled off. Two outs. And that is out of play. The pitch. Chopped to third. Moncada. And that ends the inning. One left for Toronto. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And now for the Jays, Stuart Baroa. Anderson back to work. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Way inside.
That's the ball. Hook.
And a 3-1 on the way. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That one misses.
Ball four, take
So
your
a
base.
leadoff walk.
Now batting.
So the batting order turns over. And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Boog, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
And he pumps it a strike. Tying run is at first here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. And that one fouled off.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. Neto for 1. On to first in time. Double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Outside
Ball.
low, and that's ball 1. This one smoked out to left. Ward hauls it in to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, and it remains 1-0. Bottom of the 4th, and here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact, one of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. In there at the knees, and it's 0-1.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark. For those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues, them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure, for them they feel that they are right at home.
Noda takes it himself. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Shortstop.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. He's 0 for 1. And that misses. Ball 1.
1-0.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, Ernie.
Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. He's 0 for 1. Missed with
That's
a
a ball.
changeup. Ball 1.
1-0.
Strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
1-1.
Blue Jays down a run. Out to short. Neto throws across the diamond, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 4. It's the Angels 1 and the Jays nothing. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Snyder.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Falling behind 2-1.
2-1.
Check swing, but it's put in play. Now the throw to first on the run, and it beats him. What a play.
Impressive backhand stop, but he had a little trouble getting rid of it and had to take that extra step, which could have cost him. But good job to make sure he got a good handle on it, and he got off a good strong throw to still get the out.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. That clips the zone. That's strike 1. Varsho, a former Gold Glove winner, 28 years old. And he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin. 1 out, bases empty.
Ball.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Now it's going to be Christian Bethancourt. Grounded out his first time. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Varsho, the runner at second with 1 away. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
0-2.
Man at second. And a swing and a miss. And now 2 gone.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
So up next for Toronto, Stuart Baroa. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. And that one is in for a strike at 95. It's 0-1. Tying run in scoring position. Last half of inning number 5. That's off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
late with the swing there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Got him! A.K.A. is his third of the game.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the 6th. And stepping in is the speedy Andres Jimenez.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Anderson back to work. That one catches the corner for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And that's off the inside edge. And now it's even 1-1.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Next one misses, and a count 2-1. And there's a strike. Out to short. Neto fires to first on the run. Got him! Great play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Well, that was a good job to make sure he had a good handle on the baseball to get off a strong throw. And sometimes guys will rush that, and that's the difference. Right there, it ended up being a close play, but he got it.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 2. And that one upstairs, ball 1. The Angels up by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. To the right side, and that one handled to first. 2 up, 2 down.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out in front a little bit, rolled over on it, and beat it into the ground.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Ball.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
One.
Smoked on the ground to second. Kingery over to first. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Angels 1 and the Jays nothing. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Bo Bichette. And the pitch. Oh, he can't hang on. No throw, and he reaches safely.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement, has grounded out a couple of times. inside corner for a strike.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. One away. Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 2 in this one. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. That one to first. Fired to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Angels 1 and the Jays nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Kenley Jansen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Anderson with 7 innings of shutout pitching. Impressive.
Well, Boogie showed some real competitive fire in this one. Wasn't an all-timer of a start, but he did his job well, and they walk away with the win. He can be proud of this start.